Hello everyone, welcome to today's ASMR video. Hope you're doing well. I am in my cozy cabin and I wanted to share with you a little bit about what I've been hoping to film for you the last couple weeks, but haven't exactly done that. But we're going to get into the spirit of ASMR, and we're going to talk a little bit about hypnosis because for me there is this state that I can get into where things don't seem so anxiety driven. They seem a lot more calm. And what I like about this state is that it can be there in the real world. I don't have to be in a super calm environment for it to work. I can be out in all the noise of the world, in crowds, and just public places, public settings where there's a lot going on, and I can feel like I'm in a calm, peaceful trance. And that's something that my 20-year-old self would have really appreciated, having the ability to do that. I'm going to be turning 30 and I think I have somewhat accomplished that state. Not that it's there all the time, not that I have full control, because I don't, but it's there. And I think, alright, I'm going to just say it, I think some of it has to do with motherhood. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. If you're looking for a gorgeous gift for your mum, for your mother-in-law, for your nana, for your auntie, for your friend, whoever it is, these are some gorgeous earrings that I got from Ana Luisa. And they are super high quality for a really affordable price. They have some gorgeous rings and bracelets that can suit any type of fashion that you have, whether it be elegant, whether it be boss babe, whatever it is. And I just really like how they're so subtle. That's my favorite kind of jewelry. So check them out. Down below in the description is the link to Ana Luisa's website. They're based in New York and they are awesome. So back to Mother's Day. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there, soon to be, or if you've been one for many years. Essentially, that I think has played a major role. I don't fully know why, it just has kind of grounded me into the world when I had my son, in a way that I don't think I didn't feel as grounded as that until I had my son. But that didn't come with, it's not like you just, if you're a soon mother-to-be, I want to say that you've got tools at your hand. Sticking to a routine, they love that. Getting informed, it really helps you when you get into that learning part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex. It really takes you out of some of those fight or flight states and some of that emotional turmoil. Gets you in your thinking brain, your CEO brain, and you can be that, I want to say boss babe mum, but I'm just throwing it out there. The one that is just calm and in control of their cognitive functions wherever they go, because trust me, they can go a bit haywire sometimes when you're with a child, with a young one. But even though it takes you through major trials as a mom, having a son or a daughter. One good thing that came from it was that I feel much more grounded here. Again, I could sit here and explain it to you, but if you know, you know. And I wouldn't have felt that kind of, I don't think I could have felt that way as my 20-year-old self. I wish though, and this is what I want to convey through this video, through this message, I wish that I could convey some of that energy your way, because I don't think it's fair, and I don't think it's right that you would have to go through a very specific situation in order to feel at ease here on this planet. But that is kind of what I'm saying. That's kind of what happened for me, but it took time, and it's still taking time, and I still, like I say, I'm not fully in control of it. Sometimes I feel anxious and I feel out of place in the community or whatever, but rarely. But there's always a reason, right? There's always a reason we feel like we're not part of community, we're weird, we do something different, whatever. So it doesn't matter what experiences you have, you might feel that way, or you might just struggle in some other area, in your relationships, in your career, whatever it is. But if I could relay some of that energy your way, it would go something like this. Really enjoy your time, because when you become a mom, you won't have as much time to yourself, which is a good thing. You will probably spend most of it thinking about taking care of your child. And if you could really utilize your 20s, I would say enjoy that frolicky, free, fairy energy that comes through you. And it will still come through you, but it might change when you get older to this more mature, grounded, stable energy, and that's a great thing. But I guess you will be kind of hypnotized toward taking care of your child, and it'll be great. It'll be the best thing you ever did or ever do. But you'll also have this part of you that longs to be not seen. It's not like you need to be seen everywhere you go. You'll actually feel great that you're not feeling so self-conscious all the time. There's just something that happens with motherhood. You don't feel so self-conscious, or you feel extremely self-conscious for a while, but it all balances out eventually. Your brain figures it out. But you'll probably look back on the days when you were complaining about stuff, and you'll be like, man, you don't even know what you're complaining about. What is it you're sad about? What is it? What is it you're so anxious about? What is it? And the thing is that if I was to ask that to my 20-year-old self, she'd be like, well, you just don't understand. I just got all these things and they're just so... And I'd be like, yep. But my 30-year-old self would probably say, listen, your brain is doing a weird thing. It's in some kind of trigger mode or emotional mode, and it's not thinking clearly. Right now it has a lot of time, it has a lot of space, it has a lot of energy to do what it needs to do, and the reason you're feeling anxious is because you're not maybe letting that creative energy roll through you as often as you could. You're getting nervous, you're getting het up about what people think about you. all of these things, and that turns that excitement, creative energy upside down, and it can send you into rumination mode, it can send you into all kinds of stuff. But when you're a mum, you're gonna have a lot less energy. You're still gonna have a lot of creativity, but it's gonna go toward your child. There's just no two ways about it. If you're a good mum, it's gonna go toward your child. And if you know, a lot of your creativity goes toward your job, that doesn't mean you're not a good mum. You'll probably just rely on others to help take care of your son or daughter, and I'm sure that you'll choose the right people to do that. But they'll have to do the same. A lot of that energy will go into them. And don't underestimate how much energy that will be. I surely did. I definitely did. But I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it because I feel so much more grounded here on this earth. Being a mum, it feels like, okay, I know what I have to do. Before, I had so much creative energy, and placing it somewhere, like the perfect place for it, was something that I hadn't fully landed on. And so it kept me in a bit of a, this is not enough, this is too much kind of space that would just flip-flop back and forth, and it never felt good enough. And that was my 20s. But most of that, you know, was spent growing up as well. So I guess I would say that there's different forms of hypnotization. And one of them is to be overthinking in your overthinking mind a lot. And for me, that comes out in the form of, I want to divinate a lot when I start overthinking. I'm looking at runes out in nature, and any messages, any numbers, any letters, anything. And I just want to know what's the answer, what's the thing, what's the next way that I can romanticize my life. And there's other times where I feel like I can't hear my own voice. I can't hear what I really think about something. And it's because I borrow other people's thoughts and I say them, but deep down inside, even though I think I resonate with that person's thought and that's why I'm repeating it, deep down inside it's because I haven't let that creative energy roll through me enough times for me to trust myself every time that it wants to come through. And so I guess it is a journey of trust with motherhood. Life in general is a journey of trust, really. You don't have to be a mother to know that. But if there is a way to get more of that energy flowing through your body, like going on a walk, 10,000 steps every day, you know, you get that energy flowing, you get your body stronger. It doesn't have to be this creative energy that's always art, you know. It can be you're working on your body, your vessel, your health. You're working on eating your 5 a day, you know. Whatever it is you're working on, do it. Try and get yourself moving. That's what gets you out of that anxious state. I think that anxious state is a lot of energy that doesn't have anywhere to go. So, and you can end up hypnotizing yourself with it. You can end up attaching roles to the anxiety, saying, oh, my anxiety flares up when this happens. But for me, what I noticed is that what was happening when I told myself that every time I would like be around a bunch of people. Maybe I didn't know them, or you know, I was just a bit nervous for some reason that wasn't really clear why I was nervous. It was just more the fact that I had a lot of excitement to meet these people, to be around these people. But in the past, what had happened is I'd had all that excitement come through, and it turned to fear because somehow it wasn't getting expressed. Like that feeling, that excitement feeling where you want to create, you want to express, you want to feel. Somehow that was getting blocked. Either myself doing it, or someone else blocking me from expressing it, or something would happen. You know, could be anything. School, could be family, friends, it could be anything blocking it. Again, yourself. And that is where the anxiety, social anxiety, kind of nicked in there. It was like, oh, I get all these bursts of energy, but it turns into fear because it's not getting expressed. Motherhood, I think, will make you express it. If you want to be a good mum, you'll want to express it, and there's going to be days where you still fall back and don't express yourself, you know. I think the main thing is that you just put yourself in a situation to do that as often as you can. Whether that means going out into the community a couple times a week, going for long walks, making as healthy meals as you can, doing creative projects. You know, you'll just listen to yourself. You'll know what to do. And it's okay to borrow other people's thoughts, ideas sometimes, especially if you're not actually copying them. You're changing them, making them your own. But do spend some time really thinking about what is your original thought. It's always going to be inspired by something, you know, because we're constantly receiving information from our senses. So when we look around, we can receive inspiration from a tree, you know, and that can spark a thought. So it's always going to come from something, but how close you can get it to be from something that is very original, that maps onto some kind of archetype that's throughout history, you know, always running through our experience, the better the outcome, the better the idea will be. And that's it. I think for me, I don't know if this was really ASMR, you know, it's kind of me just talking, so that's just what I wanted to share, and it feels good to just share that. And here's to creating all things new. Cheers.